Good day, everybody. This is E. Marcel Pertut, and welcome to another edition of the Original Free Kick. In this edition, we're going to preview Atlanta United's upcoming road contest against Orlando. And before we get to that, and getting comments from manager Rob Valentino and Saba. As always, to follow everything that we do, head to the mothership at thesportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. Make sure you head on to there. Look us up under Etienne Marcel Pertut or Sports Inquirer. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe at our audio and video host, including YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. Once again, just search under my name or the Sports Inquirer, and you'll be able to see in our archived content. And once you like, share, and subscribe, you will be able to get hints and previews and alerts when we have new content. So it's a really good way to get everything done. As I mentioned in this edition of the show, we're going to play the presser of Atlanta United manager Rob Valentino and Saba Lobzhanidze as the team gets ready to, Lobzhansky, excuse me, as the team gets ready to visit Orlando City on decision day on October 19th. They have to win the contest to keep their playoff eligibility alive, and that's a big theme throughout both of their pressers. Let's get to Rob right now. His thoughts on just the state of the team and how the season's had its ups and downs, and now they're getting ready to play their regular season contest. Here is Rob.
Last hurdles of time, so this was a good step forward. So hopefully they will both be available.
And Mosquera didn't see out there. Is he out for Saturday?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, we're waiting on him to kind of continue to have more evaluations, but it's been the same thing that's been going on with him, and possibly there's been an extension of the knee injury that he is dealing with. So that's unfortunate. It's something that we were already managing. He went the non-surgery route for the meniscus tear, and it's just it's not going to get any better at this moment. So I think he'll be out.
It's expected he's going to have off-season surgery then.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah. I'll leave that to whoever makes that decision.
And Quentin, is he cleared?
No.
Okay.
He's still in the same protocols.
And lastly, Braun, when is he going to rejoin the team, and will he be available for selection?
Yeah, he got back this morning. His flight landed this morning, so he actually should be in there doing regen. He'll be back with the team.
Okay. It's probably not been the season that anyone expected from the team, but would making the playoffs kind of make up for all the hurdles y'all have had to try to clear this year?
No, nothing makes up for it. Like we're not in the spot we want to be in from a club standpoint, from a personal standpoint. All the players in there, this is not the position they want to be in, but it is the position that we're in. So we're still fighting to the last day, which is been the mentality that we've had ever since we've had the chance to take over the group. Is never giving up and continues to push for something at the end of it.
Have you had conversations with Garth about the job, the full-time job, or your next role yet?
There has been conversations. There's been no solid answer about what our future is.
We saw Dax out there, just kind of looked like he was taking it all in, shoes and socks off, and just kind of hanging out. I was curious, has there been any talk of just trying to win it for Dax, so to speak?
I don't know about internally. I mean, we had when he did make the announcement, he told the group that he was still committed to them. It was just something that he was bringing more clarity to his life after soccer. I don't know if there's a win it for him, but he's somebody that's had a massive impact, not only on like this team in the short time he's had, but also on the league. And I think that is something to be said for people like him that have been around the league for as long as they have. It's obviously not the season that I'm sure he wanted, whether it's personally or even as a team. But he'll want to finish on the high, especially going back to Orlando where he's from.
Well, what makes Orlando a tough opponent?
And they've got good players. They've got a great way of playing. Oscar's done a great job of coaching that team. They seem to really hit form and most years in the right time. So he understands the league and what comes with it. So they ride the ebbs and flows of the season and how it goes, and then they peak at the right time. I think, like I said, they've got good players, a way of playing. They've had a consistent roster that they've had. They've got dangerous attackers. They've got center backs and defenders that are veterans that understand the league as well. So I think that plays a part. Yeah, and like I said, they've got a good coach that's been around this league a long time, and an experienced coach in general that understands it.
The team needs other results to go its way to make the playoffs. Y'all are in a difficult situation. Obviously, this is not all on you. But I'm curious, since you took over, is there any one decision that you wish you would not have made or would do over?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that question. The short answer is no, because that's what life's about. Is your journey's about. It's about learning from your mistakes and not making the same mistakes and picking up from what you did and your lessons you've learned, and whether that's here or somewhere else, that I get another chance to do this job or a different type of role, that you take all those experiences and you learn from them. But no, I don't regret anything. I wish there was more I wish we were in a better position right now. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. But we're not. And so I always take the reality of what we have, and we can only control what we can. I've talked about it lots of times, like be where your feet are, be present in the moment, and take every game as it comes. So that's what we're doing, taking the seriousness of the game and everything else around us. It doesn't matter if we don't take care of our own business. And I don't regret anything that happened in terms of the decisions we made. We make the decisions that we think are right with all the information we have. And then at the end of it, we look at, was that the right decision? Yeah, well, it was right at the time. Did it work? Maybe not, maybe yes. And then you look at that and you try to replicate and continue to make the best decisions, not only for myself or the staff, but you look at the players and the club and how you're representing them and the people of Atlanta, how you represent them, and making best decisions that everyone can be proud of a group that we have here. Like the other day, this is not on, maybe no one will ask me about this, but the other day, yesterday, we had the Apalachee kids. And that's what it's about. Like, that's how you continue to be part of this community and lift people up when they're struggling. There's nothing we can do to make them feel better, but allowing them to come see the facility, come see training, and be a part of their process of getting back to finding joy in life was really incredible. To see their faces and to see how much it meant to them to be around it. Like, there was so much positivity coming from them that was really infectious, because we look at the position that we are in, unfortunately, in terms of like the standings and where we are as a club right now, and it can be easy to get more doom and gloom, but they put a lot of things in perspective for us as people, and like, that was really infectious. I'm really humbled and grateful to be in the position I am right now, to be able to provide joy in the process of how they're trying to move forward. So that was pretty incredible. But to loop back to your question, I don't have any regrets, because all the decisions we made were what we thought were the right at the time, and we'll always learn from everything we have done.
What was your message to the kids, and what did the kids teach you yesterday?
It was the joy that they had on their face. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're very jovial. They're obviously interacting with the players, taking pictures. That was the most time I've seen the players spend with people that have come and visited. So you could see that the energy was contagious, that they were feeding off each other, and they were just grateful. They were grateful to be on the field for a little bit, to just be around. And my message to them was, it's really insignificant, to be honest, because like what they have gone through, no people should go through that. My own son goes to school and they do these code red drills, and it becomes close to home because I watch how that affects him. It's not something that probably any of us grew up going to school and having to do code red drills because of these horrific things that are happening. This will forever change their lives, and that is something in itself of how these people will move forward. But when I got the email about these people potentially coming or getting them the opportunity to come here, and the words they used were joy, and being in a process of trying to have joy. So I think their football team went and saw the Falcons, the basketball team went and saw Georgia Tech, and so to have them here and talk about the joy that they're trying to bring in their lives to move forward, like, that's the infectious part, is that, all right, this is what we do for a living. This is something that I don't ever take for granted, but it's an opportunity that you can feed off each other and hopefully help in their process of moving forward.
When coming to this game on Saturday, what's the mentality of the team, knowing that you need to win and then some other results?
Yeah, the mentality is to focus only on the task at hand, is the win. We know that it's not a draw, it's definitely not a loss, and it's only about winning the game, and everything else we can't control. So that's the unfortunate part that we are in, that we've dropped results not only throughout the season, but just that last little bit, the last week. That's the unfortunate part, that you look at the small little details that we had, and we could have had it in our hands. We don't. So now we need to win the game, and then from there we'll see where everything lies. At the end of the day, if we win the game, that's the only thing we can focus on right now.
At some point, do you think you can play with 2 forwards, Daniel and Jamal?
Yeah, maybe that could be an option. Be something we look at, whether it's from the start or whether it's from however the game state is. We'll have to throw everything we can at the game. In the right, we've got 90 minutes to go attempt to win the game. So it's not about throwing everything at the beginning or at what stage and the right timing of how the game interacts. So yeah, that could be an option as well.
After watching some games from Orlando, do you find some weaknesses on that team?
Yeah, I mean every team has weaknesses. I'm always full of respect for the opponent. But on any given day, any team can win. So they'll have weaknesses that we'll try to exploit, just like they'll do to us. And the game that we played early on in the season is not indicative of the team that we will face. They'll have a much different lineup. We'll have a different lineup as well. So yeah, they'll have weaknesses, but they also have strengths. So just all respect to the opponent.
What do you think is the key point for you to get a good result on Saturday?
More goals than them, not concede. That's the simplistic way is really that. I mean, there's areas that hopefully we can go and exploit that we've touched on this week and throughout the time, and it'll be real key moments throughout the game of how we manage key moments, especially away from home. Not an easy place to play, but one that hopefully we'll thrive in.
You said that you can't obviously get things back that happened previous this season, but through all the ups and downs that this team, this organization has gone through this year, to be in the position you're at where you, even though you need help, you still are alive for postseason berth, what does that say to you about just the resiliency of the players, especially those who have been here, through the whole thing this year, that they're still in this position to where they can extend their season?
Yeah, I mean, I love that outlook that you bring there. It's one that I've been trying to bring more of myself, I guess, because I'm frustrated that I thought we could be in a better position moving forward, especially over the last couple of weeks, and so we'd be in a different place today. And Robbo had said to me when he first joined, he said, all we want to be doing is fighting on that last day in Orlando. That's we want to be. And I was like, yeah, but we can be in a better position and we can be looking at it in a different way. We're not, but we are still fighting. And that's one thing I always say to them, like, you have to keep showing up, keep doing your job, and have the best chance you have. So it says a lot about them as characters. Even things haven't gone the way they wanted and the way we wanted, but there's nothing that we can look back on and do differently. We can't change what happened in the past, even good or bad. The best thing about the past, it's in the past, and we look to move forward. So we're fighting for something on that last day, and that's great. The rest, it's irrelevant. It's frustrating that we have to rely on others, but like, we can just focus on us winning the game, and that's that.
You've been part of decision days in the past, last days of tournaments. How different does the match kind of flow when there's multiple games that affect you all at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would imagine both opponents definitely on our side, we're not going to focus on anything else other than our game, and they'll be the same. So that intensity, they know that there's other games going on at the same time, which is great, and I'm sure the fans and people love that part. I remember back in, I think it was 2020 with Columbus, and we still had something to play for at the end, and the intensity of the match just rose as it kind of went on, and the chances were really bleak, but the guys kept fighting, and there was intensity and tackles, intensity and all the challenges. So I expect something like that, especially with the way their group plays. Like, they're an intense group, and playing away from home, it has been a rivalry in the past, so it'll be something that I'm sure plays into it as well. So there's no coincidence in life, but playing Orlando on the last day on decision day is not a coincidence.
All right, and that was Rob talking about the team getting ready for Orlando, and also just hosting just some off the field stuff and the impacts that's had on the team. So very, very interesting discussion there. Let's get to Saba real quickly. His thoughts on the contest and just how the seasons are going so far for Atlanta as they get ready for this final regular season contest.
For the team, but would making the playoffs kind of make up for all of that?
Yeah, to be honest, if you go playoff, it will be good. We cannot say like it was tough season, really difficult season, but go through in the playoff, it will be amazing.
To echo a question Jason asked earlier this week, have you ever gone to the last match of a season needing a win to get a positive result?
I mean, I'm only focused on our game. This is what I can do. So other teams, if they lose it and we won, it will be a big gift for us. So, but honestly, I'm not thinking about that. You know, I just want to win the next game, and yeah, if we will go, we will go. If we don't, yeah. Yes.
In your past, have you ever been in this situation where the final game you needed to have a win for something?
Oh yeah.
With who?
To be honest, in like a few years ago when I was playing in Denmark. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
It was kind of this tournament. I mean, like we needed to go to top 6, and we were number 7.
Okay. All right. What makes Orlando a tough opponent?
Yeah, it's honestly how they started. We played against them, and yeah, we were better, I think. And after that, they're a better team now. You know, so it will be a tough game for sure, and for sure they want to win. You know, there's no game like they lost or something. So yeah, it will be tough.
I'm curious, this was Dax's second to last, possibly training session ever before he retires. I'm curious if there's been any talk amongst the team about win it for Dax or anything like that.
Of course. I mean, like he's in legend in MLS. How many games? I don't know. It's too many games. So like it's good, really amazing career, and of course we play for him. To expect, like, like extend his end of career.
Yeah. Okay.
How would you consider this season for yourself? You score some goals and you play 29 games. How is it for yourself?
Yeah, honestly, my season is like how my team will be. So like, okay, I scored some goals, some assists. Maybe I could be better. So I can't say it was perfect, but to be honest, I want to. I want every game like to be better. It doesn't matter how I will play. So like, I don't know. I'm not saying it was bad season for me, but it was not so good. Because of the team is. Yeah, we were struggling a few times.
How important is it to get off to a good start on Saturday?
Yeah, it's very, very important because how many games we consider the goal in the first minutes, like in the first half. So it's really hard to come back. So like, honestly, most important thing is how we start.
What is the mentality of the team for this coming game?
Yeah, its mentality is like we have to win our game. That's it. We only focus on that.
Okay, we're back, and that was Saba talking about just the team's overall, just the disappointments of not finding that consistency. Obviously, we all know that there was a change in the head coaching manager position mid-season, relieving the duties of Gonzalo Pineda, and then Rob Valentino is coming in, been the interim manager. Even on the further up the ladder, Carlos Bocanegra is no longer the technical director of the team. That happened mid-season as well. So just a lot of things going on with the team on and off the field. Well, then on the field too, because the manager has an impact on that, and just not finding that overall consistency. However, with the win over Orlando and some help from other teams, they can find themselves in the top 9 position, which will put them in the MLS playoffs. So we'll see what happens with the contest overall and how things go. Thank you for watching or listening to this latest edition of the Original Free Kick. As always, make sure you follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And just look us up under Etienne Marcel Pursuit or the Sports Inquirer. You can also like, share, and subscribe our content on our video and audio host, including YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. And when all else fails, just head to the mothership, to sportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports, to keep track of everything that we have going on. Once again, thank you for listening or watching this latest edition of the Original Free Kick. Until next time, good fight, good night, and be safe.